All right, all right. It is 4:06. It is March 26th. It is Wednesday, and here we are going into the close, or the close has happened actually. Uh, Take a look at disclosure. Let's get to it. All right, guys. So listen, we are trained to move fast. We're trained to be prepared. We're trained to have our levels, and we've had a 3-day bounce. And this morning, I'm like, the market's gonna have to prove which way it's gonna want to go. It doesn't want to go higher. It doesn't want to go lower. We isolated 3 different spots. One spot was 573.69. It said it has to hold 573.69 to keep the active bulls in control. Has to get above 576 to get to 580. That was one. Or it gets below 573.69, stays below it, and then you have the gap pivot, and then you have the gap below. So which direction won? Obviously, the active bears for today won, and that was a pretty big day one down. So hopefully, some of you guys were already, had less risk on. Like I had less risk coming in today after 3 days. After 1, 2, 3 up days, you have to have a little bit less anyway. And then you had some ways to get out, as the first 30 minutes kind of told you. Q's also did the same thing. Q's broke 490. You had to hold 490 to get to 498. Instead, it didn't hold it, and it went into this gap. So, and then you had some things to look at. Yeah, it's, things move fast. Things move fast. If you were positioning short, you got paid. You didn't have to position short. You could have just went. You could have even been long NVIDIA, and you could have also flipped on NVIDIA. Anyway, look at NVIDIA. Look at that gap, or, inside wedge that broke to the downside. I came in long NVIDIA, and I was selling it pre-market. I wonder if the VTF even chose that, because I was like, this doesn't just feel right. Kind of lagged yesterday. Didn't feel right. I started selling it pre-market. Sell it 734. I was selling this thing, and then I sold more at 933, and then I actually tried it short, and I'm like, I don't feel like busting through this 114 and change, and I wound up going through it, and instead I made money long the SOXS. First buy here was at 956, so that helped. I didn't come in long that, so they gave you, gave you a way to be out of NVIDIA and maybe flip short, or get short, the semis by buying the SOXS. So there you go. Anyway. Again, it's never easy, but you have time to do things. That's all you could ask for, is time to do things, right? Looks like a short, for tomorrow. I'll tell you that much. I'm almost happy that it doesn't look good bullish anymore, because I'm sick of taking it home and hearing about the curbs on semiconductors and this and that. And Trump's speaking today, so we'll see. I did have Amazon. I got stopped out. Amazon broke 203. In order to have seen 210, what'd you have to do? You had to hold 203. Did it hold 203? No. So that was really it. And Amazon anticipated, well, I'm still long but small. We'll see if this can hold 203 to see 208.10. Did it hold 203? No, it broke it. Get the hell out of the way. Right? Apple gave you a little red dog reversal. Went above 224, couldn't hold it. Doesn't look so great. What did Microsoft do? Broke below this area, couldn't even get above 395. What did Google do? It's ugly. Broke, but again, if you would have used yesterday's low as your gauge on whether or not it's going to be slow and steady to the upside, when it broke, you get out. Or get short, depending on how you do it. Can't see anything? Hold on. Hold on. Let me, test. You could see everything? How about now? Hold on. How about now? Should be good. Anyway, that's Google. So really, once again, I like to simplify it. I'm a simple guy. What happened today that changed the tape? We broke below 573.69 and stayed below, for a good half hour or so, right? So SPYs. Here was your 573. Got below it, hovered here, and then really once it broke this little pivot, that's it. Here's like a red dog reversal here too on that little bounce attempt, and this move seemed like the easiest from 572 and change down. At that point, I already had put. So some people like, Red Dog, why didn't you go short? I did go short today. I bought the SPY 570 puts at 1018 when we were at 573 and it looked like we were going to roll over and break down. I'm like, I'll buy some puts. I bought some 573s at 1018, and then took profits all day until finally got out of it. And then on this bounce back, just in case we continue lower, I bought some 565s to cost a little less to have some on. And that's basically, not saying it's a home run, but it's something. All you could do is small wins, make some money, get out of the way, right? That's what we did, or tried to do. IWM, I haven't been in it. Broke the gap. Pain in the ass. ETF. Sloppier, right? Is it going to break and get sloppy? Well, it got sloppy. I'm sure the XBI went even lower. I salvaged my last set of calls for 8 cents today. Thank God I got rid of some yesterday or the day before. Well, this is just gross. It's going to be making new lows. XBI is going to be making new lows again at some point. It's fine. What did Palantir? Everything probably broke. Everything broke yesterday's lows after a kind of a big move up. Some things look better than others. We shall see. I don't buy day one down. I need to see some price discovery. So here's 1 day down. We'll see what happens. Do we retest 90.82? Do we break below it? Do we open above it? Do we open below it? I don't know. So what we do know is we have 90.82, which is today's low for tomorrow. That's your new point of reference. Dallas Tanner. All these probably look the same. Dash was tough. Broke below 195. I traded around it decent, nothing great. Didn't act great. Took back this void right into the moving averages, and this is a pretty big ascending channel. I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't break. If that breaks, I'm gonna have to be a little careful and be like, hey, I know it's Dash, but who knows what the story is here. So I'm not gonna be opinionated here either. It's not my style. I don't care if someone's like, hey, this is gonna be 215 in 3 months from now. Well, maybe it'll be 185 before it's 215 in 3 months from now. I don't know. I trade tactically. We'll see. We shall see. Anyhow, this GME is so gross. Finally had like a good day. It looked like the narrative changed. It looked like it was going to be in vogue, and then they come out with what's it called? I don't have it. I didn't buy it, but I'm just saying it's kind of gross that they did this. Look at this move after hours. Let the damn thing breathe. I should be like a consultant. I know how stocks move, but anyway. Back in the penalty box. We won't look at this for another 3 months. Who knows? IBIT. All it did is come into the 8. I bought more options. I got stopped out of the stock as it went in the gap. If things don't hold, I don't stay. Right? If this held the gap, I stay. Goes in the gap. It has a lot of room below. I have no idea where it's going, so I have to get out, and I got in some options just in case it's choppier. Baba's a pretty big position for me right now. It's not great, but 130, 113. See what happens tomorrow. Let's have some stocks, some options. Baidu is a little bit better. I'll tell you one thing. My brother, not that he knows anything, he texted me. He's pretty good. He's like, he said if you want to put something in the drawer, he's like Xerox. So if some of you guys have an IRA or something that you don't get paid on and you think that you can put some money to work, he said Xerox is priced for bankruptcy and he's in the industry. He said it's not going bankrupt. So, are you done with school, Nafi? Oh, okay. So Conrad still has a whole nother year of school. Oh, yeah, yeah. Um, Vago broke that inside range. Gave some clues for downside for the semis. That was another thing that gave some clues. Wow. Yeah. Now let the semis just get crushed. Hmm. All right. All right, guys. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. You know, day one down in a lot of things. Broke below yesterday's low in a lot of things. We have some new points of reference in a lot of things, and we'll see how we open. If we open up, chances are 570 would be some resistance. We open down. Are we above this low? Are we below it? We reclaim it. You know, same thing day to day. Day to day, same thing. You know, 3 days up, broke below, and now we see. All right, guys. Let's see what Trump has to say, and I'll be sticking around for a little bit.